Hello, I'm Nick. I'm an educator here at the Connecticut Science Center, and we're going to investigate something that you may have some experience with. So you may have gone out in the shed and gotten a tool to use, and it looks something like that. It didn't always look like this, right? There's all this rust on it. You might have this idea that rusting takes weeks or months, but what we're going to do is an experiment where we can rust things in seconds. Here's how it works. You'll need 3 household chemicals. You'll need hydrogen peroxide, 3% from the pharmacy, distilled white vinegar, and some salt. You're also going to need something to rust. I'm going to use an iron nail. This is pure iron, not galvanized. That's important. And you'll need something to put it in. I'm going to use this container. Now, very key is that you use the proper safety equipment if you're going to try this. So I'm wearing gloves, and I'm also going to put on my goggles. Now I'm ready to do the experiment. Now you need to use the right ratio. I have pre-measured 8 teaspoons of hydrogen peroxide in this container, and I have 1 teaspoon measured of white vinegar in this container. So let's start by pouring in the hydrogen peroxide into the container. And then I'm going to pour in my vinegar. And now it's time to use the salt. Now, I just need to saturate the liquid, so I'm not using a set amount. All I'm going to do is just sprinkle it in just a little bit. That should be plenty. And then I'm going to very carefully kind of shake it around a little bit to try to dissolve it in. Now we are ready to rust our nail. So here's our nail. And all you do is plop it in and watch what happens. Okay. All right. And it's already happening. You'll notice there are some bubbles forming on the surface of our iron nail. And it's got this brownish color. That's the rust. We're going to let this run for a few minutes so we can really see it very clearly. And then we'll check back in and talk a little bit about the science behind what's going on. All right, so our nail has been sitting there for a few minutes. Let's check in on it. All right, now take a look at that. Look at all of that rust. When we started, our nail looked like that. So we've been generating tons of rust here. That's cool, but how does this all work? It's helpful to think about what rust actually is. Its science name is iron oxide. Oxide is the key thing there. That has the same root as oxygen. Normally, rusting happens when the oxygen in the atmosphere interacts with the metal. But what we did is got our oxygen a different way, with hydrogen peroxide. That has a lot more oxygen, and so the rusting is going to happen very, very quickly. So if you do try this, make sure to use the hashtag ScienceAtPlay, and make sure to check out our website, ctsciencecenter.org, for lots of other cool science ideas. Thanks so much for checking us out. See you next time.
If you are enjoying this activity, please support the Connecticut Science Center by making a donation.